Very good morning, everyone. So in the last class, we have completed the chapters like FEMA and other things like interpretation. Now we are going to start with Companies Act portion of revision, wherein first we are going to cover foreign company chapter. Reason very simple, it's a new one added for the new syllabus applicable for the exams. So therefore, the things that we are going to do in the today's session, as I already said, 6 chapters are the targeted for Companies Act. Yesterday I told you very clearly. Okay, in that we are going to definitely complete 3 to 4 chapters in the today's session very fast. Number 1 is the foreign company. Hello, listening? Number 1, foreign company. Number 2, accounts of company. Number 2, accounts of company. Everyone, number 1, foreign company. Number 2, accounts of company. Number 3 will be incorporation. Number 3, incorporation. And balance of interpretation of statutes that is there from the last class. Once this is completed, another 3 chapters to 4 chapters we will target in the next session, and the targeted marks will be completed with that. Clear, everyone? Let's begin. So, first point number 1. What is the chapter we are going to start with? Name of the chapter is Companies Incorporated Outside India, also called as a Foreign Companies chapter. Okay. Whatever may be the material you are following, please open that once. Either study material or whatever the case may be. Whatever you are following, please open that first. Make it fast. Okay. Next. See here once. What is the name of the chapter? Companies Incorporated Outside India. Okay. First point number 1. Section starts with 379. Ends with section number 393. 393 is having a new section called as a 393 capital A. Very small section and irrelevant section. Don't care about it. So technically section starts with 379, ends with section number 393. First attempt for foreign companies chapter in exam is May 24 attempt. 100% question will be there. Forget about the recurring. 100% question will be there. It will come for 5 to 6 marks in exam. Clear? Don't even put 99%. Damn sure 100% question will be there from foreign company chapter. And the time that was allocated for that is 1 hour. Listening, 1 hour we have to complete entire foreign company chapter. Once we complete foreign company chapter, then I will start with the next area called as accounts of company. In accounts of company, one very important concept is there. Pakka question will be there in exam, CSR. What is it? CSR. I have 39 questions on CSR. In question answer format we will read. Okay, CSR once completed, in the same chapter, there are another 6 important sections. 128 books of accounts, 129 financial statement, 136 circulation, 137 filing, 134 board report. Once we complete all these, then you are safe. In that chapter also you will get 6 marks. Accounts of company will come for 6 marks in exam. Listening? Foreign company will come for 6 marks in exam. Okay, incorporation will come for 6 marks in exam, 6 to 8 marks in exam. Okay, after that next another chapter I told now, foreign companies and share capital and prospectus will come for 8 marks and 6 marks. Like that, today's target is minimum we have to cover another 25 marks in the today's session. Okay, in that the targeted part will be number 1, foreign company. Number 2, accounts of company. Listening? Number 3, once these are completed, I will go to another 8 marks to 10 marks chapter, incorporation of companies. Then you will be confident that incorporation will come for 8 marks. These 2 will come for another 12 marks in exam. So minimum 20-25 marks we will cover in the today's session as well. Make it very fast. Let's start. What is the name of the chapter? Companies incorporated outside India. These charts I have shared in my Telegram group just now. Okay, just now I shared before the start. So if you want, you can download that. You can see it even later, no problem. Okay, these charts will cover each and every concept inside your syllabus. Read this and go to examination. You are safe. Why? These are final charts. Final syllabus learning, it worked well. So you need not worry. Because foreign companies is once upon a time I see a final syllabus. Okay, so these charts will safely applicable also for you. So let's start with the concept. Name of the chapter, companies incorporated outside India. First, point number 1. Definition of a foreign company. Section 2 class 42 defines a foreign company. Listen everyone. Foreign company means a company incorporated outside India having a place of business in India. Repeat again. Company incorporated place of business. That place of business in India can be there in 4 ways. Way number 1, physically. Way number 2, electronically. Way number 3, either through itself. The 4th one, either through the agents. I repeat one more time. Tell me, what is a foreign company? Company incorporated, place of business. That in India place of business can be of 4 types. Number 1, physical establishment or electronic. Amazon, electronic establishment. Amazon is not a foreign company. Reason I will tell you. Amazon incorporated its Indian entity. Amazon India Services Private Limited. So example I am taking. Classic example for foreign companies. All your eatery brands. KFC, McD. All these are pakka foreign companies. Listening? Listen carefully. They are incorporated outside India. But they are doing their business within India. KFC, McD if you take, they are having electronic establishment, a physical establishment. Physically they are established in India. Okay? So try to understand. I may establish my business within India in 4 ways. 1 physical, 2nd electronic, 3rd I can come directly or I may have agents with me. Through them I will get it done. Classic example of agents, KFC. Every time whenever you go to KFC, McDonald's etc. or Burger King, anything, you buy something, see the bill. Bill will not generate in the name of KFC. Bill will not generate in the name of Burger King. Bill will not generate in the name of McDonald's. In this place, someone will take a franchisee. Are you listening? Yes, that franchisee name will be there. Franchisee is a agency. Franchisee is a agency. KFC getting his business done within India through the agents in India. So therefore, tell me, what is a foreign company? Company incorporated? Place of business? Place of business can be of? Number 1, physical, electronic, itself, agents. Answer completed. Everyone understood? But very, very important. When I say electronic, it's not just electronic internet base. It can be telecommunication, TV communication, e-commerce, B2B, C2C, customers to customer, or B2C, any type it can be. Examples I will give you. Have you heard about a company called as a Naptol? Naptol sells its goods through the TV advertisements. Hey, answer, yeah? There are so many companies like that in India which advertises themselves in TV. They will give a telephone number. Call to that number, they will send the goods to you. That means they are getting their business done within India. Directly, electronically, physically. Electronically means what? Electronically means all these. See here. Read. What is electronically? B2B means business to business. Business to business. What is business to business, sir? Listen carefully. One company purchases raw material from another company. One company purchases raw material from another company. Now tell me, which kind of business this is? Business to business. Next one. Directly, customers I am selling. Business to customers. Next one. EDI, electronic data interchange. Everyone. Electronic data interchange. Next one. Other digital supply transaction. Sir, I didn't understand electronic data interchange. I will give one classic example for you. Listen. If you want to have official Microsoft Windows 11 version, Pro version if you want, how to purchase? Can you please explain me? I want original version of Windows. You need to buy any pen drive. Everything is online today. You have to download the Microsoft trial version first. Trial version, once you download, a license key will be asked. License key you have to buy. You will pay money. License key generated. Put that license key, 16-digit license key will be there. You put that, click enter. 1 minute new Microsoft will be operated on your OS. Correct or not? Now tell me, Microsoft is collecting money from you or not? Yes, collecting. Thank you. Microsoft is collecting money from you or not? Yes, it is collecting. It is collecting physically, it is collecting through electronic form. And they are giving their app, they are giving their software physically, electronically. That means data is interchanging electronically. That's called as a EDI. All your Android, Apple apps you will buy, all those are EDI transactions only. Apple is selling their apps in electronic form. Understood the point or not, everyone? So therefore, tell me, what is the first one? B2B. Next one, what is B2B? Business to business. Next, B2C, business to customer. Next one, EDI, electronic data interchange. Data interchange from one person to another person. Any other digital supply transactions. Next, second one. One second. I will give an example. Next to two things are finance transactions. Which transaction? Finance transactions. See there. Read. Offering to accept deposits or subscription to securities in India or from citizens of India. If you are collecting money for securities, for example, one company is issuing shares. People within India are buying it. People within India are buying what? Buying the shares or securities. That is also taken as electronic business only. Business means not only goods and services. Purchase and sale of shares also is a business. Tell everyone, please answer. Every company will have a share capital or not? Transacting the share capital technically means you are operating your company in the country. Therefore, purchase and sale of shares if you are doing within India, I will call you as a foreign company doing its business in electronic form. Next one. Sir, have you seen the loan apps? Today everything is popular. Now loan apps will be there. What is a loan app? Loan app means they will ask your PAN number, they will ask your basic details and Aadhaar number. If you are in need, that loan app will give you money. Who is that loan app person? Where he will be? No one knows. That comes under this category. Read. Financial settlement, web-based marketing and other advisory services. Listen, today medical services are also available online. If you tell your problem over internet, they will give those solutions for that. You have to pay money to them. Doctor may be in USA, but they will give advices over internet. You have to give your symptoms. If there is any prescription, upload to them. Immediately they will give the solution to that. They will charge money. Comes under advisory services. Comes under advisory. Last one, very popular in our day-to-day life. Telemarketing, telecommuting, telemedicine, education and research. Listening? All these things will come under one category called as electronic mode. Now tell me, what is a foreign company? Foreign company means a company incorporated, place of business. That place of business can be 4 types. Number 1, physically or electronic, by itself or through the agents. Everyone understood the concept? That's all. Take this definition completed. Next. Shall we continue to the next one? Next section. Section number 379. Section number 379. I will first tell you the logic of this section 379. After that you read. See here. Section 379. First I will tell the idea behind 379. 1 minute I will explain. After that we can directly read. Listen carefully. To become a foreign company, two main conditions are to be satisfied. Company must be incorporated outside India. Incorporated outside India. Condition 2. Place of business must be in India. How many conditions we have to satisfy? Two conditions. Tell me, what is the first? Company incorporated outside India. Place of business in India. If both the conditions are satisfied, I will call this as a foreign company. Now question starts. There is a company. There is a company. This company is incorporated in India. Incorporated in India. Place of business outside India. Will this be a foreign company? Company incorporated in India. Place of business outside India. Can I call this as a foreign company? Answer. No. Why? Incorporation is made in India. Once the incorporation is made in India, it will be called as Indian company only. It can never be called as foreign company. Everyone understood the concept clearly? Number 1 completed. Number 2, second question. There is a company. Incorporation, place of business. Incorporation in India. Place of business outside India. But this company in India having 100% shareholders from USA. Okay? All NRIs are foreigners are shareholders in this company. Tell me, company incorporated, place of business, but Indian incorporation, but 100% shareholders are foreigners. 100% shareholders are. Now tell me, which company this is? Foreign company or not a foreign company? Even in this case, it's not a foreign company. That means shareholding is important. Incorporation place is important. That's the first important question you need to observe. What is important? Place of incorporation. What is important? Place of incorporation. Not the persons incorporating it. Now, reverse the situation now. There is a company incorporated outside India. Incorporated outside India. Place of business in India. In this, 100% shareholders are foreigners. 100% shareholders are, very sorry. 100% shareholders are Indians. Okay, now tell me, company incorporated, place of business, but that incorporated entity outside India has substantial shareholders being Indians. Can I call this as an Indian company? Yes, that's what section 379 says. 379 section says that first possibility not there, but second possibility yes. If you are a foreign company with a substantial Indian shareholding, you will be treated as an Indian company only. All provisions of Companies Act will apply to you. That's all. Answer over. That's what they wanted to tell. That's why in the Bear Act they will tell where not less than 50% of the equity share capital, not less than 50% of the paid up share capital, whether equity or preference or partly equity and partly preference of a foreign company is held by one or more citizens of India, or one or more companies or body corporate incorporated in India, or by one or more citizens of India and one or more companies or body corporate incorporated within India, whether singly or in aggregate, such companies shall comply with the provisions of this chapter and such other provisions of this Act as applicable for the Indian company as if it were a company incorporated in India. That is what they say in section number 379. 379 section they clearly mention. First thing, see here, easy way I will explain. Tell me, there is a bad response. There is a this foreign company has equity share capital or preference share capital or equity share capital and preference share capital. First tell me, there is a bad response. There is a, I said it's a revision session, please participate. There is a, in that foreign company what capital is there? or and preference share capital is there. In any of these three, not less than 50%. In any of these three, not less than 50% is held by any of these three. Okay? Who are they? Citizens of India or companies incorporated in India or combination. What do you mean combination? Means how to read? Citizens of India and companies are body corporate incorporated in India. This can be either single or aggregate. Maybe one person may hold 51 or two persons may hold 51 or one individual with two companies can be 51 or 10 individuals with 10 companies can be 51. Either you take single or you take aggregate. That not less than 50% should be satisfied. Tell me now. Start again. There is a that foreign company is having or and preference share capital. In that how much? Not less than 50%. Who is holding it? Citizens of India or companies incorporated in India or citizens of India and companies incorporated in India, either single or in aggregate. If you are this kind of a foreign company, then you will be applied with provisions of this chapter. Provisions of this chapter means section number 379 to 393 and other Companies Act provisions also. Which one? Other provisions of companies. That means if you are an Indian company, what provisions will apply to you? Likewise, you should also comply with all the provisions of Companies Act. Listening or not? This is a deemed Indian company. This is a deemed Indian company. DICs means what? Deemed Indian company. Actually company incorporated outside India, but substantial control is with India. Then I will call it as a deemed Indian company, comply with all provisions of Companies Act. As if it were a company incorporated in India. That's why they use that words at the end. I know that it is a company incorporated outside India, but as if you are incorporated in India, comply with all provisions of Companies Act. Listening or not, everyone? Once for all, tell me, where not less than 50, not 51, 50% of the paid up share capital, whether, start again, bad response, start again. Perfection if not there, I can't continue, start again. Where not less than 50% of the paid up share capital, whether equity or preference or partly equity and partly preference of which company? Foreign company is held by citizens of India or companies in India or citizens of India and companies in India, either single or aggregate. Such kind of foreign company shall comply with provisions of this chapter and other provisions of the Act as if it were a Indian company. That's all, answer over. Okay. Read it once from your material as well. We'll continue with the next one. I have one very, very important point to discuss here. That also I will tell once you complete reading this. If you want, you can also read from here. See this, see the screen? Where not less than 50% of the paid up share capital, whether equity or preference or partly equity and partly preference of a foreign company is held single or aggregate by one or more citizens of India or one or more companies or bodies corporate incorporated in India or a combination of both. Then such a company shall comply with provisions of this chapter, such other provisions of this Act. Okay, as if it were a company incorporated in India. With respect to its business, as if it were a company incorporated in India. Every point in the Bear Act is covered in the charts or not. That's why I won't take even a 1% risk while preparing the chart. Charts contain every point of the Bear Act, but presented in a most easiest format. Complete up to here. Next. one small point is there. Listen. What is the type of company covered in this chapter? What is the company covered in this chapter? Wrong answer. Company incorporated outside India. Listen, this is the confusion of this chapter. Name of the chapter is not foreign company. Name of the chapter is company incorporated outside India. Listen, there are three types of companies incorporated outside India. Company incorporated outside India having no place of business in India. Company incorporated outside India having a place of business in India. Company incorporated outside India having place of business in India plus a substantial Indian shareholding. With a substantial Indian shareholding. I can now make some assumption that you understood what is this. Tell me, what are the three types of CIOIs? Company incorporated outside India but no place of business in India. Next, companies incorporated outside India having place of business in India. Companies incorporated outside India having place of business in India with a substantial Indian shareholding. Three types of companies are covered. Now starts. See here. Company incorporated outside India having no place of business in India. Foreign company, not a foreign company. Participate. Foreign company, not a foreign company. Next one. Second, company incorporated outside India and having a place of business in India. Tell me, foreign company, not a foreign company. Third case, foreign company, not a foreign company. Not only foreign, specified foreign companies to whom entire Companies Act will apply. To whom entire Companies Act will apply. Second case, only this chapter will apply. Third case, entire Companies Act apply. First case, that's what we are going to discuss. If I am falling under second case, this chapter will apply. If I am falling under third case, Companies Act will apply. But if I fall under first case, what will apply? Okay, one second. Section number 387 to section number 391. 391. 387, 388, 389, 390, 391. These are the 5 sections applicable if you are not a foreign company, just you are a company incorporated outside India. Listening or not? Yes, from this, what is the moral of the story? I will ask you one question, tell me. 1 second. This chapter starts with 379. Forget about that because we are reading that section. Technically from 380 chapter will begin. Correct? 380. 380 to 393. Correct? Now you tell me, I will ask you. What are the sections that are not applicable for non-foreign companies but are CIOIs? I will ask question one more time. What are the sections that are not applicable for non-foreign companies, only CIOI category? What sections are not applicable? 382, 386. Applicable or not applicable? Everyone. Not applicable to whom? Not applicable to whom? Non-foreign companies but are CIOI. Okay. Next, not only that, up to 391 only applicable even for them. 392 and 393. Now you tell me, what sections are not applicable for non-foreign companies but are CIOIs? How many times I need to ask the question? What sections are not applicable for non-foreign companies but are CIOI? 382, 386. Next, 392 and 393. These sections are applicable for CIOI being non-foreign companies or will not apply. That means to apply this, who you should be? That's what they said in that section, first subsection. Section 382, 386 and 392 and 393 shall apply to foreign companies. Have you read the Bayer Act? Your textbook is Bayer Act. They didn't make any creativity there. Have you found the words I said? What sections applies to foreign company? 382, 386, 392 and 393 will apply to all foreign company. That means to apply those sections you should fall under which category? Foreign company category. First category is a foreign company or non-foreign company. Therefore those set of sections will not apply to you. That's how this interpretation came. Understood the point clearly? Okay. Now tell me, you should tell, I should write, which sections apply for non-foreign companies? 387 to 391. Next, if I am a foreign company, if I am a foreign company, first I am a CIOA or not? What is a foreign company? Company incorporated outside India. Stop there. If I am a company incorporated outside India, what sections applies to me? 387 to 391. Plus, if I am a foreign company also, what sections will apply? 382, 386, 392 and 393. Technically what is applicable for me? All sections are applied. Clear? If I am a specified foreign company, what will apply? Companies Act will apply. Answer over. This is section number 379. One very extremely important section. Okay. And I'm very sorry, I can't guess any question in exam also. All 13 questions when I see, it will be like it will come in exam. There is no unimportant, there is no important. Any question he can ask in the coming examination. You can't guess which question will come. Okay, so everything is important, no unimportant chapters here. Read this. I am putting the charts before you. Two minutes time. Complete it fast. I think this part of the chart was comfortable for you now. Read the first part. Have you completed? Can I go to the next sections? Hello, can I go to the next sections? Which section we completed now? 379. I am going in the same sequence of the sections. Next one, 380. 380. But as and when something is extremely important, I will only tell, tick that. Hit list la first question for the next attempt. 380. Direct he may ask a question in exam, be very careful. 380 is one expected question. 381 is a next expected question. Next 382 sir, then next 383, next 384. No, not like that. I mean really 380, 381. Next one is 387, 388. That's all. These are all my expected. That does not mean read only these and leave. My expectation can go wrong also, because I am not preparing the paper. If I prepare the paper, all 21 questions I would have told you. Prepare these happily. So, shall we? What is the section number? 380. What is this section? Why it is important? Let me explain first. Hey, listen. Arey, don't distract. Yeah, 1 hour time I kept for foreign company. Don't make me to repeat the same point again and again. After 1 hour I will not continue. I will stop in the middle and I will go to next chapter. 1 hour I kept time for foreign company. 1 hour we have to complete everything. So listen, 380 section la what they wanted to tell is, they wanted to tell the basis of foreign company. Tell me, what is a foreign company? Company incorporated outside India. Place of business in India. Now I want a question. How to establish place of business? Directly you will come from America, start a branch here and do business. Are who the hell are you? America is allowing Indians to come there and start the business directly. Then why we should allow you? There should be some procedure or not? What is the procedure that must be followed to have a official legal place of business in India? I wanted to start a company. Which section I have to read? Section number 7. Section number. What is section 7? Incorporation of company. How to incorporate a company? There is a section for that. Follow that section and follow the incorporation procedure. Incorporate the company, incorporation will be completed. So there is a procedure to incorporate company in India. Like that, there should be some procedure to establish place of business also in India. What is that procedure? Said in section number 380. Listening, to incorporate company, you will file the documents with whom? Answer. Here also same. Person will start a place of business in India, you have to file it with the ROC. Use your common sense and tell. Whenever you file the documents with ROC, what documents you will file? Original, normal Indian company. What documents you will file here? MOA you will file, AOA you will file, declarations you will file, consent documents you will file, declaration that you are not disqualified, declaration that you are not convicted. Do you remember or not? All this we will file with whom? ROC will give you certificate of incorporation. And certificate of incorporation, after he will also give you a document called as a SIN, unique identity number of a company, corporate identity numbers. It will be allotted to you. If there is any fraud in complying with all these, they will punish you with a fraud under 447. This is the structure of section 7. Likewise, there should be a structure also for foreign company POBs. What is POB? Place of business. How is it? Almost similar to that, dead easy section, but will be asked in exam, because they will test the student whether they know the procedure to start a POB in India. But the only difference between normal Indian company incorporation and POB starting is, we will file the documents, incorporate the company, and listening, we will file the documents and then incorporate the company. First you will incorporate a company and then file the documents. If you don't file, how the incorporation will be there? Business and filing, filing and business. Foreign company first business and then filing. Sir, why sir? Because already companies incorporate outside India. Our problem is not incorporation. Our problem is license for operating the business in India. License for business in India. I will explain how it will be. You will get the insurance for a car after purchasing a car or before purchasing a car. Like that POB will be. First start a POB, for that you get the license. Product and not there means for what you want license. Understanding the point clearly? There is a difference. Indian company incorporation, I mean company are not there. Here company is there already outside India. They want to get the license. They want to get the license for what? Run the car. License for what? License to do the business. Where? In India. For that license we are applying to ROC. Whenever I say ROC, ROC of what? For ROC of company. What is that? ROC of company. Company one ROC. ROC will belong to what? One particular state. I am starting in Tamil Nadu. ROC of New Delhi I will file. Yes, remember this. Foreign companies will always file to one ROC only. Who is that ROC? New Delhi. ROC of New Delhi is the destination. That's why I'm specifically asking this question. Normal Indian companies, state level ROCs we will file. If I belong to Hyderabad one ROC is there, I will file. If you belong to Chennai ROC is there, you will file. But foreign companies don't do like that. All foreign companies are having centralized control. Only one ROC will be there for all of them. Who is that? That's all. ROC in New Delhi. Understood the point or not? So summarize everything at first answer. What section we are reading? 380 section will contain documents to be delivered. Everyone repeat. To whom? To get the license to continue the business in India. Like in normal company, you will file MOA, AOA. Like that, here also 7 documents we need to file. How many? 7. What are the 7? First, let me explain. Please listen. Number 1, memorandum, articles, and other instruments. Other instruments means I will explain. In India, you will file stamp papers. You will find consent. You will find declarations. Likewise, in that company, what are there? How would I know? Therefore, they use one small word called as other instruments defining the constitution of company. Okay, na? We call Bear Act. They call charter statutes. Charter statutes. I will explain you one point. In India, if you want to incorporate a company, that incorporation should be as per section 7. America law company has to be incorporated. Then also section 7 of Companies Act. Then their sections have to be complied. Those Bear Act copies I want, not entire Bear Act book. Under which sections your company is incorporated, send those documents. Are you understanding? Those are called as a charter. Charter means the Bear Act. Clear? So what we need to file with ROC in India? Listen first. Charter statutes, memorandum, articles, any other instrument defining the constitution of company. Repeat the statement. Charter statutes, MOA, AOA, any other instrument defining the constitution of company. Number 1. Please listen. Company incorporated. Full address of registered office outside India. Full address of registered office outside India. India, what is there? Answer, yeah, what you are seeing? In India, what is there? Now tell me. KFC is having one business place, multiple business places. Hyderabad city itself has 43 KFC branches are there. 43 branches are there. It's a 73-kilometer city. 43 centers are there for KFC. Every shopping mall has a KFC outlet. Every popular area is having a KFC outlet. Okay, in a metro cities, at least 45-50 branches they are opening. How many metro cities are there in India? Today almost everything is developing. Everywhere KFC is there. Minimum 6-7 branches. In small city you take one branch, definitely will be there. Mid-care cities, at least 4-5 centers they are opening. From this what you have to understand, they are having one POB, multiple POBs. Like that KFC in India is having 1083 branches totally. 1083 outlets are there. Remove that 83,000. How many outlets are there? 1000 outlets are there for one small company which started in USA and came to India. It is having 1000 outlet branches. POBs in India. Now summarize this. What I wanted to tell you is 1000 POB details you need not send to ROC. In that 1000, one will be given as a principal place of business. Given as a? We call it PPOB. What is PPOB? Principal place of business. So tell me, first one, document number 1, what we need to file? Charter, statutes, memorandum, articles, any other instrument. That's all, over. Next, second one, full address of registered office outside India. Next, full address of PPOB in India. Full address of. Next, how many points we completed? 3. Fourth one. Listen. First listen, later you can read and check. Okay, first listen. If your foreign company came to India before, started, discontinued, went back, again you are coming, give the details. Why you came, why you went back, again why you are coming back. This point was added in 2016 by amendment because of one company called as a Motorola. Motorola started its business in India way back in 1998. From 1998 till 2011, they had operations in India. Listening or not? 2011 it went back. Again in 2016 it came back. At that time, government felt it suspicious. Why you came? Why you operated? Why you went back? Again why you are coming back? Give the reasons. That's why that point was inserted in Companies Act as well. That's why if your foreign company has started its POB in earlier occasion, closed it, went back, again coming back, if that be the case, tell the reasons why you went back, why you are coming back. That's why if there is any opening or closing in any previous occasion, also mention that along with that in the ROC. Tell me what are the 4 things I said. Revise, or else you can't remember. Charter, statutes, memorandum, articles, instrument, full address of registered office outside India, full address of PPOB within India, details of opening or closing of POB in the earlier occasions. Listening, How many points? 4. How many I said? 7. How many completed? 4. How many are still there? 3. Listen to all the remaining 3. Listen. What do you mean by Indian company? What do you mean by, I'm asking, what do you mean by Indian company? What is the proof that something is Indian company? Registered office should be there in India. That's the answer. What should be there in India? If registered office is there in India, we call it Indian company. Registered office outside India, we call it foreign company. As simple as that. Listening, registered office place decides which company you are. Registered office in USA, USA company. Registered office in UK, UK based company. Registered office in Hyderabad, Indian based company. Understood the point clearly? Like this we need to understand this concept. Okay, now listen. So my place where I incorporated will be understood by the registered office place. Listen now. As per section 12 of Companies Act, repeat, as per section Companies Act, whenever you wanted to communicate with the company, repeat, whenever you want to communicate with the registered office, that means Koushik Mukhesh has an address, you are having an address, he is having an address, like that company is also a legal person or not? When company is a legal person, company also should have an address. What is the address of company? Address of registered office. Address of. Therefore, any communication you wanted to make, you should make with the company by sending the notices to the registered office. I will ask a question. Foreign company is a company incorporated dash. Very good. Registered office dash. Communication will be sent to dash. Registered office outside India. Now listen. GST commissioner in Hyderabad sent a notice to company incorporated in Japan or in China. He opened that letter. He could not understand anything. Why? GST not applicable for them. Second thing, he don't know English. 2 problems came. All GST provisions say they don't know. Then how can they give a reply to the commissioner? Therefore, foreign companies given an exemption was given. Exemption is foreign companies registered office will be there outside India. It is practically not possible to send notices to registered office. Therefore, we should appoint one resident Indian individual. Repeat the name. Repeat. In India, who will be accepting the notices on behalf of foreign company. That means instead of registered office, send to his address. If you send to his address, it is deemed that you send to the registered office. Listening or not, everyone? Who is that fellow? Authorized person. We call him authorized person. Did you understand the logic I said? That means charter statutes you sent, address of registered office you sent, PPOB you sent, closing and opening you sent. Along with that, full address of authorized person. Where? In Africa, na? In India he should be there. Resident or non-resident? If that fellow is also non-resident, what is the point? Therefore, he should also be a resident Indian individual. Understood the point or not? GST commissioner want to send a notice. Where he should send? Authorized person's address, not to the registered office. Listening? Sir, if I send to authorized person, it is deemed that it is sent to the company directly. Who said, sir? Go to section 383 and read. 383. Section 383. Any process, notice or communication which is required to be served on a foreign company shall be deemed to have been sufficiently served if addressed to the person whose name and address has been served to the company under section number 380, which can be sent either by post or by electronic mode. That's point, section 383. Shall be deemed to be sufficiently served. They deemed. In reality, you should send to the register office. Since you could not send to the register office, even if you send to that authorized person, it is deemed that you send to the register office directly. So simultaneously we completed another section also, section number 383. That fellow's address you should attach along with the POB license. Understood the point or not? How many points we completed? How many we completed? Yeah, 5 we completed. What are the 5? Charter, statutes, MOA, AOA, instrument. Second one, full address of register office outside India. Full address of PPOB in India. Next, opening and closing in the earlier occasions. Last one is full address, name and address of the person authorized to accept the communications. Personally, on behalf of foreign company. Foreign company. Under which section? 383. 383 also we completed simultaneously. Tick that section also. Shall we continue further? Another only 2 points are there. Listen carefully. Every company should have 2 important persons. Number 1, directors. Number 2, company secretary. Number 1. Number 2, give the details of those 2 persons. See here, these details we have to give. What details? Name, nationality, occupation, name of father, mother and spouse, PAN number, passport and email ID. Relating to whom? Directors and secretary. Directors are there in India na outside India na? Hey, foreign company in India na outside India na? Therefore I want their names. If he is an Indian person, give his PAN number. Not an Indian director na, give passport number. Clear? Country and passport number. Email ID will be there. Nationality Indian, write Indian. Nationality other than Indian, write that nationality. Listening or not? Okay, that's the point. So these details relating to whom? That's why list of directors and secretary. Refer note, here note has been given. Listening or not, everyone? Okay, next. Like the previous part, same. Like normal Indian company, here also you should tell directors or secretary or authorized representative. Director, secretary or authorized representative is not convicted for any offense. Is not convicted for any offense either in India or outside India. You have to give the declaration. How many documents are completed now? 7. Section A over. One by one I will tell. Charter, statutes, memorandum, articles, instrument defined in the constitution of company. Full address of register office outside India. Full address of PPOB in India. Details of opening and closing in earlier occasion. Name of the authorized person who is authorized to accept the communications on behalf of foreign company. Details of the secretary and directors. Declaration that none of the directors or authorized representatives are convicted for any offense in operating the company either in or outside India. Over. These are all the 7 details you need to file along with the POB application. Listening? Yes, bundle them. Throw it to whom? ROC. ROC of Hyderabad, Chennai, New Delhi ROC. You need to file all of them. File in a form number or not? Companies is INC 32, also called as a SPICE. Like that one form should be there also for foreign companies or not? Yes, FC1. Everyone repeat. What is the form? FC1. Within 30 days of establishing POB. Within 30 days of establishing POB, you need to file all these. With whom? ROC of dash, New Delhi. Within how many days? 30 days. If at all, any changes comes in that information file, director's change, secretary change, or secretary name changed. Some people will change the names also or not. Or address change. Or what change? Address change. Email ID change. Any change can happen, na? PPOB change. Any change, intimate ROC within 30 days. Inform FC2. Inform FC2. Understood the point? Like Indian company, foreign company also will file annual returns and financial statements with ROC or not. Along with financial statement, you should file form FC3, list of all the POBs. List of? Every year, same POBs will be there. Increase or decrease can be there. KFC having same number of outlets every year. They are increasing or decreasing or not. Every year, when you file financial statements, P&L, balance sheet, audit report, board report, notes to accounts, along with that, another one extra document foreign company has to file. Form number FC3. What it contain? List of all the POBs during that financial year. Listening, 380 section completed. This is all they wanted to tell. Hope you all comfortable with the section clearly. That's why this is important. So many concepts are there. They will definitely ask in exam. See here, I am putting it before you. Completed. So this is the only big section. Remaining are very small chota sections only. This is the only one which is important. Read. Documents to be delivered to ROC for registration of place of business. Registration of company or registration of POB? POB, because company is already incorporated. Read. They see the screen and read. Charter, statutes, MOA, and any other instrument defining the constitution of company. Full address of registered office of the company. Full address of PPOB. Particulars of opening and closing. Names of the person resident in India who is authorized to accept documents. Okay, list of directors and secretary. Declaration that none of the directors or representative have been convicted for any fraud, either in India or even abroad. All the 7 points as it is are there or not? Next, filing forms. Every foreign company shall deliver to ROC for registration the documents as aforesaid. In form number FC1. Within how many days? 30 days of establishing POB. Next. Where any alteration occurs in documents already delivered, they should file form number FC2. Within how many days? 30 days of such alteration. Next. Every foreign company shall file with ROC in form number FC3 along with the financial statement list of all the POBs in India. Charts are clear? They are made with ultimate precision. 1% also mistakes will not be there. We spent hours and hours together for CA final. So, same chapter was now kept in enter, therefore same charts are applicable obviously. Companies Act is same for any level. Companies Act is not made for CA final. Companies Act is made normally. Previously that's a chapter in final, now they kept in enter. Okay. Sir, everyone understood the concept clearly? So, this is the point we completed. And we completed the most important and the difficult one in this chapter, section number 380. 381, 382, dead easy sections. Yeah, you forget about them. What are those? I will first explain, then you can read. 381, accounts of foreign company. Everyone repeat. See here, 3 branches will be there. First listen, later we will discuss. Listen please. Indian companies will prepare P&L and balance sheet. Indian companies will prepare P&L and balance sheet as per schedule 3. As per schedule 3. Listen, we follow accrual basis of accounting. Every country need not follow that. Some countries are still following the cash basis of accounting. But our model will not allow cash basis. Conventionally, accounting systems developed in India follow only accrual basis of accounting system. We follow a double entry system of accounting. We follow a separate model of accountancy in India. Our heads are also different. We call debtors. USA calls accounts receivable. We call debtors in India. Debtors is not word used in USA. USA uses the word accounts receivable. There is a difference in the language and slang as well. Because of this, as it is, I can't apply schedule 3 for you. That's why when you are a foreign company having a POB in India, for your Indian business, you have to prepare, loudly, you have to prepare, and other notes to accounts, everything. Accounts of company chapter, we need attachments, na? All those attachments you need to put also for foreign company. Prepare P&L and balance sheet as per schedule. If not possible, as near as possible to schedule 3, you should prepare. If not possible, as near as possible, you prepare the P&L and balance sheet. Up to here, everyone understood the point or not? Yes, along with P&L balance sheet, audit report, board report, notes to account, CSR, all these should be attached. Whatever is required under accounts of company chapter, all those attached now. Up to here, understood or not? Yes, if your company is having subsidiaries, outside India, company incorporated, maybe you may have so many subsidiaries throughout the world or not. Yes, all those subsidiaries, CFS you might have prepared. Yes, that CFS I want, such that I can see what is your turnover outside India and what is your turnover compared in India, for comparison sake. Yes, to know how much you are looting in India. Your looting is more in India, na, outside India, na, I wanted to know. Yes, understood the point clearly? If looting is more in India, like KFC, McDonald's, I will tell you one answer. I told her recently, I went, listen, McDonald's is one of the most popular brand in India. Dogs also are not going there. There, I asked my person, shall we go to McD? He said that no one will go, homeless only will go to McDonald's here. Because burgers are very cheap in McDonald's. So McD only homeless will go. I was surprised. In India, queue lines will be there. That's the craze they created in India. That craze they don't have in USA. KFC, you should not talk about them. All outlets are absolutely free. Free means not cost free. So no one is there inside. In India, if there is one brand which is more celebrated in USA, as of I see, Starbucks. In India, Starbucks is having a good occupancy. US extreme occupancy. Queue lines will be there for that. For Starbucks. Then I understood why Tata acquired it. Then I understood why Tata acquired Starbucks. Because of that brand image. What is that person's here? Early morning, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, direct 60%, 70% queue. So queue lines will be there for Starbucks. So that's extremely celebrated brand. But not with McDonald's and KFC. From this, what you have to understand, if you see the McD and KFC financial statements, India is their main business. Did you understand the point or not? India is, or else why they have so much love here? They will prepare Chettinad KFC. You are in USA, you are tailoring according to the needs of people in Tamil Nadu. Mean, how much you are having a dare to capture the Indian market? Hyderabad, they will come. They will tell that it will be made on Nawabi based chicken tikka masala will be added to KFC. How much dare you are? You are not from India, first point. You don't know culture in India, second point. But you are trying to behave as if you are doing whatever Indians need. Why? Why you are not doing the same there? There is no market there. Here they are having full market. They are capturing it. Whatever we are seeing as a celebrated brand. You go to Express Avenue Mall here. See the KFC counter. Minimum 15 people will stand in line. There one person also I didn't see. Maybe 1 or 2 persons may go and come. That is their status there. That is their status here. Now you tell me, preparing consolidated statements will give the full picture of where you are having big loot. That's why they said that point. That means along with filing the P&L balance sheet, other accounts, etc., attachments, all blah, blah, blah. After all attachment, please also attach CFS. Who's the CFS? Parent company CFS you might have filed with your authority. File that. We will know what you are doing within India. Understand the point or not? Yes, along with these three, Three special documents you need to file. How many? Three. Document number one, statement of related party transactions. Repeat. If this foreign company has a related, you know who is a related party? When time comes, I will explain. There is a definition for related parties under Companies Act. If you transact with any related party during the year, give the details of statement containing the details of related party transaction. Start again. How many special statements we need to file? Three. Statement of related party transaction. Statement of transfer of funds. Statement of from parent company how much money came to parent company how much money taken. Third one, statement of repatriation of profits. Statement of repatriation means taking the profit. I will give you example. KFC does business in India or not? Losses are extreme, profits are. What they will do with profit? They will develop India, na? They don't do. What they will do? They will take back the profits, correct or not? How much profits are taken to USA during the year? That concept is called as repatriation of profits. Repatriation of everyone. Repatriation of everyone. Repeat the point one more time. Every single point. 6 points I wanted to listen. What are the documents we need to file with ROC as accounts? P&L, balance sheet. First one, P&L, balance sheet in accordance with schedule or as near as possible to schedule 3. Second, all other documents required to be attached under which chapter? Chapter 9, accounts of company. Number 3, consolidated financial statement. Filed by whom? Parent company. In India, outside India? All those documents. Set 1 the 3 document. Another 3 document. What is that? Special statement. Statement of related party transaction. Statement of transfer of funds. Statement of repatriation of profit. All these 6 documents, bundle them, file it with ROC within 6 months of the end of financial year. Within 6 months of the end of financial year. Inform FC4. Inform FC4. FC 1, 2, 3 completed. What is the next one? FC4. That's all. All forms are also completed. With this section also over. That's all. Please read. Document is on the screen. One last point here. Audit will be conducted like Indian company, either by individual or by firm of chartered accountants. That is anyway normal concept only. If you are okay with this, I will go to the next one and I will complete first. What section we completed? Section number 381. Next. Section 382, 383. Tell me, had we completed 383 or not? Yes, read one last time, we will go to 382. Easy concept or not? Yes, if you wanted to communicate with foreign company, don't send to register office. Send to whom? Authorized representative. If you send to the authorized representative, it is deemed that you send to the register office directly. Understood? Yes, sir. Done. Next one. 382. I will first explain 382. Later you read. Listening? Yes, what 382 says is a display of name, etc. Every foreign company should display 3 things in 3 places in 2 different forms. I will repeat. 3 details in 3 different places in any of the 2 modes you need to display. What are the 3 things to display? Question will arise or not? Yes, sir. Name of your company. First one, name of your company. Country of incorporation. If the liability is limited, the fact that it is limited. If the liability is limited, the fact that it is limited. What are the 3 details? Name of your company, XYZ Incorporated, something. Second, country of incorporation, where you started your company. Third one, if the liability is limited, the fact that it is limited, you need to mention. So 3 details. Sir, name, country, liability. Where I should mention this? On all documents. On all? Invoices, bill heads, letter papers, letterheads, official publications, advertisements. Wherever any document is there, on all the documents you need to mention 3 things. Number 1, name, country, liability. Remember like this: name, country, liability. Over. Where? On all the documents, on all the letterheads, bill heads, invoices, any document. Number 2, outside the place of business. Outside the place of business. What do you mean by outside the place of business? For example, when you go outside the academy, one board will be there or not? Like that, on the board you should clearly mention for a foreign company saying that this is the country of incorporation. Listening? This is a liability of the company and this is the name of the company. Clearly board has to be affixed. So I repeat, 3 details in 3 different places. 3 details: name, country of incorporation, liability if limited, mention that fact. Second one, where to display that? Outside every place of business. Everyone, outside every place of business. Second one, on all the documents, on all the next one, on prospectus. On prospectus. Whenever you issue the prospectus, on the face of prospectus you should clearly write where it is incorporated, name of the company, liability limited. Listening? 2 things completed. What are the things I said? 3 different things at 3 different places in 2 modes I said. What are the 3 things? Name, country, liability. Over. 3 places. Outside the place, documents, prospectus. That is also over. Third one is very important. How? It should be in 2 languages. One in English, another in the local vernacular language. One in English, second one local vernacular language, and it should be legible and conspicuous. Conspicuous means, one second, building is facing to the east side. You should not put the board on west. How people will see? That's called as a conspicuous position. Second one, you kept on east side entrance only, written in ant size letters. People can understand. That's called as a legible. Therefore, it should be in 2 ways. One in English, another in the local language. One in another in the. It should be conspicuous position and legible letters. Legible. That's all. 382 completed. Read this. I am making it full screen. Read it and complete. Completed? So tell me what to display? Name of the company, country of incorporation, liability of members if limited, that fact. You need to display in outside every POB, all business letters, bill heads and notices and official publication, and every prospectus issued. Mode of display, conspicuously in legible English characters and in one of the languages in general use in the local, also called as a local vernacular language. That's all. What sections we completed? 382 and 383. Okay, next. 384, 385, 386. Easy sections. Chance of asking in exam is very less, because nothing is there in the inter syllabus. These charts are for final. Inter ke all these rules are not applicable. Just to remember some contents I will tell. continue and read the next one. Okay, listen. There are 3 sections: 384, 385, 386. 384, 385, 386. I am a foreign company, not a specified foreign company, normal foreign company. Even for me, some Companies Act provisions will apply. Sir, if I am a specified foreign company, some provisions are, all provisions are. So forget about applicability. I am only normal foreign company, not having substantial Indian shareholding. For me, this chapter will apply. Okay, but some sections of Companies Act also will apply. Listen, I will tell you what they are. Please listen. Shall we? Section 71, issue of debentures. Section 71. Section number 128, books of accounts. Section number 128, books of accounts. Section number 135, CSR. Up to here understood? What I completed? Section number 70, sorry, one section is there. Section number 71, section number 92, annual return. Section number 92, annual return. Everyone tell me. 71. Answer, issue of. Very good. Section number, what is 92? Very good. Section number, what is that? Next one. Section number, what is that? When I say books of accounts, it will contain the details of, okay, it will contain the details of receipts, payments, purchases, sales, assets, liability. All the details will be there in the books of accounts. Up to here listening, these are the things I completed up to here. Okay, next, chapter 6, chapter 14. I will tell you what is this. Chapter 6, registration of charges. Registration of charges. Chapter 14, inspection, inquiry, investigation. Inspection, inquiry, investigation. All these are applicable for every foreign company. Logic I will tell you. Listen carefully. Shall we? Yes, sir. A company incorporated outside India having a POB in India wanted to issue debentures. Wanted to issue debentures. Which section is applicable? 71. Debentures are secured or unsecured? Secure. Therefore, charges chapter is applied. Okay. Number 1, linking. Shall we? What you are preparing? What you are preparing? How do you know that books are prepared properly? Therefore, inspection chapter applied. Understood the point or not? Where you belong to? In India, outside India? KFC belongs to? But doing profitable business in? Answer. You are using Indian manpower. You are using Indian labor power. You are using Indian natural resources. You are making our lives unhealthy. So much damage you are causing in India or not? Than Indian company, you should be more socially responsible. CSR applied. Understood the point or not? I wanted to know what you are doing in a year. Therefore, annual return. Sir, then financial statements, already you read section 381. Therefore, again they didn't write here. Over. That's how section 384 came. Understood the point clearly? That's what 384 wanted to convey. If you want, you read just. Provisions of section 71 shall apply to a foreign company. I have given the notes also. Section 71 deals with issue of debentures. Next, read. Provisions of section 92 also shall apply. What is 92? Filing of annual return. Foreign companies shall file within how many days? 60 days from the end of financial year. Okay. Next, section 128 deals with what? Books of accounts. Money spent, received, sales, purchases, assets and liabilities. 135 deals with CSR. Charges chapter will be dealing in chapter 6. Inspection, Inquiry, Investigation, chapter 14. That's all. Section is completed. What section you completed now? Section number 384. Next. Section number 385. What is section 385? Fees for registration of documents. Everyone, fees for? Okay. Any document which foreign company required to deliver shall be delivered to ROC in New Delhi. I told you this concept or not? Yes, that's all. Answer over. This is section number 385. If you want to see your bare act, you see. Don't believe me. If nothing is there, what I can do? If you see me seriously. Section has nothing after that. What I can do? Have you opened the study mat? Did you see the section? How many paragraphs are there? One line is there. What can I do if it is small? Shall I continue to the next one? That's why I said these chances are very low. Next, interpretation. I leave that section, just he wanted to define certain words. Okay, three words are defined. Word number one. First one. What is this? Certified. There is a rule attached to that, but that rule is not applicable for inter. Certified means, listen, all documents of foreign company coming to India may not be in English. May not be in? Company is in USA. Everyone repeat, company is in? USA. Definitely documents will be in English. Then true copy will become the certified copy. True copy will be? That's what they have written there. Are you understanding? Sir, it is not in English. It is in some other language, Japanese, or some other different language it is. Then correct translation will be certified. What will be certified? Correct translation will be certified. India, there is one particular area in New Delhi which is called as Translation Bureau. Which bureau? Translation Bureau is there in India. All these documents will go to the Translation Bureau. For example, your document is in Spanish, Espanol. Spanish it is written. You can't understand. That will go to that bureau. Bureau, one person will be there who is having extreme command on Spanish. That person will translate it. They will charge something. You have to pay in DD to the government. Some 10,000, 15,000 they will take. You have to pay that. Once you pay, they translate correctly in from Spanish to English. Understanding or not? That's called as a correct translation. Understood the concept clearly? Over. That's all. Don't give much importance to that section. Come directly to the next part. What are the sections we completed now? Give me the list. When you look back, 1 hour before what you know about foreign company, 1 hour after, how the progress has come. What are the sections we completed? 2 class 42, foreign company definition. Next one, 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386. All these are completed, correct? Now do one thing. Don't read 387, 388, 389. Directly come to 390. 390, 391. 390, 391. Shall we? See there. From here, no question is expected in exam. No question is expected in exam except 392. 392 chance is there. He may ask in MCQ. What is 392? Punishment. Who should read? You should read. Never in regular class line I never said that. Penalties, I don't waste my time. What I can do? I can read penalty. 50,000 3 times I can say. Imprisonment I can say 2 times. Why 6 months, sir? Why not 5 months, 21 days, 13 hours? Who knows? Why, sir, 50,000 penalty? Why not 49,999 NAPTOL? Who knows? Those are all arbitrarily given. What I can do in the class? If some logic is there in a section interpretation, I can do something. Those are all remembrance sections. I can't do anything. I am not telling they don't come in exam. 392 is another expected question. I am saying I won't teach in the class. Nonsense I don't touch generally. Those are nonsense, penalties. I don't touch them. Okay. Now listen carefully to the point. Point number 1. We are having another 2 small sections. Will never be tested, my word, but still there in the syllabus. Na? Let us understand what is it. There is a concept called as a IDR. Tell me, what is it? IDR. IDR has a rules. Final light is applied. For you, only small section is applied. Correct or not? That's why question never be tested on that, but I will explain what does it mean. See here. There is a foreign company. There is Indian public. This foreign company wanted to issue shares to Indian public directly. This is not permitted. Directly, foreign companies can't issue shares in India. In the middle, there will be a depository and authorized dealer under FEMA who has a right to deal in foreign securities. Yesterday we read. What is a foreign security? Foreign security means a security which is expressed or denominated in foreign currency, where receipt of income like interest or dividend or redemption may be in Indian currency. Had we read that or not? Same logic, yeah. So there are 2 persons in the middle. Depository is a custodian. Authorized dealer will safeguard under FEBA. Listening? Now tell me, what foreign company is issuing? Answer. Receipts. What it will issue? Receipts. These receipts are taken by whom? Depository. Taken by whom? This depository will give what to the public? Receipts. Receipts. One receipt can be equal to multiple shares. Multiple shares may be becoming one receipt. Anything can happen. Listening or not? They can tell like this. 10 receipts if you have, 1 share I will give. Or 1 receipt you have, 10 shares I will give. Depending on the demand of the company. 2019 year, one company called as a Standard Chartered. You might have heard about that bank. Standard Chartered Bank went for IDRs in India. At that time, 10 receipts made 1 share. How many receipts? That means the company is a demanding company or less demanded, heavily demanded. If you buy 10 receipts, then I will give 1 share for you. Understood the point or not? So tell me, how many receipts made a share? 10 receipts made 1 share of Standard Chartered. Understood or not, everyone? Very good. Now tell me, who is there first? Very bad response. Who is there? Issued what? To whom? Depository in India. Either NSDL or CDSL. You will issue. These people will make announcement and issue to the public. What they will issue? Receipt. These receipts are taken by whom? Which public? Indian public. They will take these receipts. Listening? They have to go to depository, convert the receipts into shares whenever they want. After share conversion happen, these shares can be transferred. Shares can be transferred. Like Indian company, they can sell the shares. They can sell the... this is the point here. Answer completed. First point number 1. Tell me, who will give the receipts first? Who will receive? India, who will issue? Therefore, they should give one offer document or not. How that offer document should be is the first point. Offer document, some disclosures must be there, na? Ade second point. How to convert my receipts into shares? Ade third point. After converting into shares, how to transfer? Ade fourth point. Answer completed. Nothing is there beyond this. If you understand 1 minute, it will take. If you don't understand 100 times, if you read also, you will forget. Now you understood what is there, na? Then even if you don't read, you will remember the concepts clearly. Last, application of section 34 and 36. Prospectus chapter, there is one section called as 34. Criminal liability for wrong prospectus. 36. Punishment for fraudulently inducing a person. Forget about this. Anyway, prospectus we will read. Those sections applies also for wrong prospectus under foreign companies. That's what you want to tell. Okay, na? Completed. Next, 392 and 393. These are all only penalty sections. Read it on your own, or else you will die. I am not telling it won't come. It will come. Crack fellow like me prepare question paper means he will give 392. I am not telling it won't come. I am telling again and again. Don't blame me on exam day. Sir, you said 392 will not come. I never said it will not come. I am telling it will come. But I won't teach. Openly I am telling. These kind of unnecessary sections I don't want to waste the time. Sorry, shall we go into the main sections now? What are the sections remaining for us in this chapter? 387, 388, 389. In that one section, 99% will come in this exam. Are they 387 or 388 are chance? Okay. Study material, a big answer is given. I summarized it. Read from the chart directly. Or else you will get paralysis. If you see study material, fall. First hands, next legs. After that you will entirely leave that sections, but they will give in exam. There again paralysis will come. So to avoid all these circumstances, read directly from the chart. See the screen once. Listen. I will ask you one point. First help me in doing that. Open your study material. Okay na? I want only one thing to do. 387, 388, 389 la first paragraphs you read. You read on your own once. No person shall issue, circulate or distribute any prospectus offering for the securities of a company incorporated to be incorporated outside India, or when incorporated may or may not establish place of business in India unless the following conditions are satisfied, unless the prospectus is dated and signed and following particulars. Like that they said one content na. Just read it once. Read that common content here once. Okay. Now tell the answer. First, what is your observation after reading all the three? Therefore, you need not read three sections separately. First half the size of the section will be reduced. Okay. Therefore, what I am going to do is, for all the three sections, one common point is there. This is that common point. That's why see here, common basic provision applies to all the sections. Let us see what is that. Read. One second, start again. No person shall issue, circulate or distribute what? Any prospectus. For what? offering to subscribe for securities of a company which is incorporated or to be incorporated outside India. When incorporated, may or may not establish a place of business in India. Stop there. May or may not establish a POB means if it does not establish POB, it's a foreign company, only CIOI. That's why 387 is applicable for CIOI. Beginning section we read, na? That's why this linking came. Okay? That means you may be only a CIOI, you may be a foreign company, but you are issuing shares in India or not. Though other sections do not apply, 387, 388, 389, 390, 391 will squarely apply. Listening or not? Yes, read the common provision one more time. 4 or 5 times we will read now till you get the answer properly. Read. No person shall issue, circulate or distribute what? Any prospectus. For what? Offering for the subscription of the securities. Of what? Of a company. Which company? Incorporated outside India. May or may not have a place of business in India. Up to here, understood? Listen, there are 3 sections. 387, 388, 389. 387 section is a positive intent. 388 negative intent. 389 positive intent. What is this positive negative, sir? Listen. 387 says that you should comply with the conditions. 388 says you should not do these. 389 you should comply. I didn't understand. Sorry. I will ask you to read one point. Read only the highlighted content. Read only the rounded off content. No person shall issue any prospectus unless following conditions are satisfied. What does it mean? You need to comply with the conditions, or you should not comply. Read again, yeah. No person shall issue any prospectus unless the following conditions are satisfied. What does it mean? Unless you comply with this, you can't issue the prospectus. Means to issue prospectus, you need to comply, you should not comply. You should comply. Reverse it now. Read the second one now. Start. No person shall issue the prospectus if the following circumstances are established. Means those things you need to satisfy, should not satisfy. Should not say. If satisfied, you can't issue the prospectus. Listening or not, everyone? Next, read with third one. Issue any prospectus unless the following conditions are satisfied. Therefore, first one is positive, second one is negative, third one is positive. First one, documents to be delivered along with the prospectus. Along with the 70% similar to 380. Charter documents, MOA, AOA. Bear Act content relating to incorporation, country of incorporation. Do you remember? Principal POB in India, registered office outside India. Same again. Read this. Prospectus must be dated and signed, number 1, and contain the following information. Read all the 5 points. Instrument defining constitution. Had we read that in 380 or not? Completed. Next one. Enactments and provisions which affected incorporation, means the Bear Act content. Completed. Next, address in India where above documents may be inspected. That's a new point. That means where I can inspect that charter, statutes, etc. Where I can inspect your Bear Act, you need to give the address. Next one. Date of incorporation, country of your incorporation. Next, full address of the principal POB and in India. Do you remember all these points or not? That's all. These are all contained in section number 387. What is the 387 name? Dating of prospectus. Means on the prospectus you should write the date, because preceding the date issue should not be made. Any issue of securities you make should be after this date. Listening? Yes, sir. Again tell me. No company shall No person shall issue, circulate or distribute any prospectus offering to the subscription of securities of a company incorporated outside India, may or may not have a place of business in India, unless the prospectus is dated and signed and contain the following 5 particulars. 4 marks question will come. I want you to read 389 directly now, not 388. 389. How to read 389? How to write in exam? No person shall issue, circulate or distribute any prospectus offering for the subscription of securities of a company incorporated outside India, if incorporated may or may not establish a place of business in India, unless the prospectus is signed by chairman and 2 directors, approved by the managing body, means board of directors, sent to the ROC for registration. That's our 389 completed. Okay. What are the 2 sections we completed now? 387, 389. I will put it on full screen. See this, read. 387. Okay, completed. Okay, next. So last one that was remaining for this chapter is section number 388. 388 is positive or negative? It should not be there. Okay, what should not be there? Listen carefully. Please listen. We are reading about Indian company or foreign company? Balance sheet is in rupees or dollars? I mean foreign currency. Accounting policies are as per Indian or foreign? Therefore, whenever you are issuing shares in India, you have to issue in which currency? Indian currency. Therefore, your balance sheet should be re-prepared under Indian currency, and then you have to calculate the share price. For that, one expert is required. Mandatorily, expert is required. So, whenever I say about a foreign company issuing prospectus in India, always you have to remember one point. Expert consent is mandatory. Everyone repeat. Consent is mandatory for the prospectus. That means expert has to sign and tell that all the contents of the prospectus are true. Values are correct. Who should certify? Expert has to certify. That's called as an expert consent. Called as expert consent. Listen. There are 3 important points here. And by the way, again I am asking. 388 is talking about circumstances to be followed, circumstances not to be followed. In that there are 3 things. Number 1, prospectus contains a statement made by an expert. Everyone repeat. But the expert has not actually given the written consent. That means expert has given the consent, has not given the consent. But prospectus, they have written that expert has given the consent. This is a true statement, false statement. Therefore, you can't issue the prospectus. Number 1. Understood? Number 2, prospectus contains a statement made by an expert. Everyone. Follow properly. Prospectus contains statement made by an expert. But the expert has But the expert has before the registration, withdrawn the consent. Withdrawn the, but still in the prospectus, consent is still there. First what I have given? Consent. Everyone, first what I have given? Continued withdrawn. Even after withdrawal, still my consent is there. False or true? False. Therefore, again you can't issue such a prospectus. Two statements I said. Repeat. Prospectus contains statement made by an expert. But the expert has not actually given the written consent. Next. Prospectus contains statement made by an expert, but the expert has before its registration withdrawn the consent. Next, third one. Prospectus does not contain the statement made by an expert or has not withdrawn it. What does it mean? Expert consent is optional or mandatory? Mandate. If you do not have any expert consent itself, true statement or false statement? Omission of true statement. First two are inclusion of false statement. Third one is omission of a true statement. Listen carefully. Expert given the consent. Expert given the, but you didn't write that he has given the consent and not withdrawn it. Then also it becomes a wrong prospectus only. That means how much important not to write false statement, that much important to include the true statement as well. Did you understand? How dangerous to make false statement, equally dangerous is not making the true statement in the prospectus. Therefore, three things should never happen. Expert has not given the consent, but you said he given. Expert has withdrawn the consent, still his consent is there. Expert has not given the consent or given the consent, but you didn't mention that. All these will make prospectus correct prospectus, misleading prospectus. Such prospectus cannot be issued. That's what he wanted to tell. With this, we completed the chapter, Companies Incorporated outside India. With this, one 6 marks chapter is completed again in our syllabus. Will come for 6 marks pakka in the next coming examinations. Take it for granted. With this, we completed the chapter, Companies Incorporated outside India. First point, everyone tell me, are you all confident with the chapter? Take 10 minutes gap and come. We'll start with accounts of company. Directly I will start with CSR.